Yep, I went from 2,000 followers all the way to 30,000 in less than 30 days. So if you're a small content creator, if you're new to content creating, or you just have a YouTube page and you're still trying to figure it all out, come on in. This is the place to be because I'm right there with you, honey. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my initial follower count. So I'm going to put the screenshot here. And on December 21st, I had 2,037 subscribers. Now this is just simple, organic, regular posting, regular building my channel. And honestly, it took me 2 years just to get 2,000 followers. So at 2,000 followers, I had made probably $13.18 at this time. Let's fast forward to today, the week of January 21st, 2024. And here's my screenshot of my proof that I reached 30,000 followers in 30 days. So let's talk about what I did exactly. That's my initial follower count, but now I want to go into my why. Why did I want to grow my YouTube channel? Why did I want to embark upon this? I have a specific niche. I know my target audience, but even though I knew these things, which is your base, your foundation, that doesn't mean people were finding me. So for those who don't know, my father was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and I decided to move back in to my parents' home to help them out. Now, this was not an easy decision. However, when the doctor said that my father wasn't doing well, I knew that I needed to jump in and help where I can, and that is exactly what I did. So I packed up my 3 dogs. We moved back in to our childhood home. Now, once I did that, let's talk about the things that were going on in my life. I was unemployed. I had just started my dog walking business, and if you've been following me for a while over on TikTok, you've seen the growth that has happened over there. But it was a little challenging, and I knew that my passion for pets would come across better on a YouTube audience, but I just hadn't reached them yet. But that was my why of wanting to just start off my YouTube page. Next up, I want to talk about my consistent posting schedule. Now, if you're like me, you go into your back office and your analytics on YouTube and you look at what they offer you, right? They say that these are the times that people are online for your audience, and this is what they're doing. So as I started to look more into that, I started to see that if I plan out my content to post when people are either about to get up or are already up, they may have a better opportunity to see what I'm talking about. And if you're new to my page, my name is Andretta. I talk all things pets, dogs, cats, breeds, nutrition, and more. So if you have a furry animal, this is the place you should be. So I came up with a strategic schedule and I held myself accountable for it. So starting back in December, decided to invest in shorts, like really heavy down on my shorts. Now, if you're following me from my TikTok page, I have a really strong library over there of just all of my content in regards to dogs and better healthcare for them and pet nutrition. And so I decided to just start posting that over here. So you've probably heard gurus say this before, repurpose your content. That is exactly what I did. I started taking my content from TikTok and posting it over here on YouTube. The trick wasn't to post it now on YouTube. The trick was when I posted it and what I was posting. Just because I had tons of content doesn't mean I posted everything. I was very strategic in what I posted, and then I looked at the best times for me to post it. Once I started to doing that in December, the numbers slowly start to increase more rapidly than they were before. So I'm gonna take you into my back office right now. So if I go in my analytics, and I'm gonna show you here, and I click on audience, and I scroll down to when it's showing that my viewers are on YouTube. So I have a very array, you can see which time my viewers are on YouTube. So from Sunday to Saturday, I saw that most people are either up around the 6 o'clock time, sometimes even before then. And then I have a massive amount of people who are awake between 12 and noon all the way to the end of the day. So I decided on a time that works best for me and my schedule, as well as what time I felt that my followers were probably being around. And again, this is a guesstimate. YouTube doesn't give you the hands down, this is it. They give you a guesstimate and you just kind of got to make it work from there. And that's exactly what I did. But once I chose my time that I was going to post, I made sure I posted for a consistent week straight at the same time every day. Once I started doing that, the numbers started to go up. Once they started to go up, I had an amazing opportunity where one of my videos went viral. I don't know how. but it did. And once it did, I started to focus and shift more into what? Engagement with my followers. Now, a lot of people don't think too much about this piece here, but engagement with your followers is super important to me. Again, if you follow me from TikTok, you know that I talk to you, and if you ask me a question, I actually answer it. You can go down any post on any of my my TikTok pages, and you see that I have conversations with my followers, no matter what the question may be. I have no issue answering those questions, so I communicate freely with my followers on TikTok, and in return, they communicate back with me. My strategy was to stay consistent with what I do there over here, and it worked. Since my numbers were growing rapidly over here on YouTube, I started to use the same concept of engaging heavily with my followers and communicating and talking to them about their pets. Now, this is the thing that I did not do that a lot of people think you have to do to grow on YouTube, but it did not happen for me that way. And that's collaborations and shoutouts. I am new to this experience here, and if you are a new YouTuber like myself, you really haven't started to generate that type of collaboration with people in your niche. I don't have anybody to collaborate with just yet. Now, analytics and monitoring my progress. This is where it got specific, because even though I had a very viral moment, even though I was being very consistent, I still had to guess, honestly, by playing a guessing game of what is it that my audience is wanting. So I started off with content that made sense to my TikTok community, but as I transitioned over here to YouTube, I noticed that was not received as well, and some of it was. I went back into my back house and I looked under my analytics, and it showed me that the content that did the best for me was the content that was informative as well as funny. I then scroll down to look at the age group of the people that are that have subscribed to my channel, and it's showing that the majority of the age group is in my age group range, the 25 to 34 as well as the 35 to 44. So anywhere from 25 to 44 are where most of my followers are coming from. And this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because as I scroll down to the genders, when I look at my TikTok account, the genders that were watching my page the most on TikTok is over 80% women. And I'm gonna show you guys that here. And it may be 75, but I believe it's 80 at the top of my head. On YouTube, it is more male viewers that are looking at my content. So I thought that was interesting, and I kept that in mind as to what content over there that did excellent on TikTok versus what content over here does excellent. Not to say gender roles play a matter, but I do take that into consideration, because the reason for the difference could be just because of the different genders that gravitate towards my content. Now, I do look at geography because I like to see who is tuning in. And most of my viewers are from the US. However, a lot of subscribers did come from the United Kingdom as well as Canada. So I was super excited about that. In the times that they are awake and that they're watching, I look at that too in my analytics. And then when talking about the challenges that I faced during these 30 days, the biggest challenge, I get why YouTube has, like, for the children's channel, they don't allow comments, because on TikTok, it is all butterflies and bubblegums, and you guys over here on YouTube were not so willing and open in the beginning, but I learned that the comment section is just a different environment over here on YouTube. But outside of that, consistency, communication with my community, as well as sticking and talking about what I know is what has worked well for me, and to grow my channel from 2,000 to 30,000 followers in 30 days. So if you are a new YouTuber and you're still trying to figure this out, take these tips, what I use. I'm a newbie just like you. If you have a dog or cat and you want to learn more about pets, go ahead and click subscribe. If this video was helpful, go ahead and click the like button. Of course, as always, I'm going to put my contact information in the description below. And I think I may do this every month just to kind of see, because I am a new channel to YouTube, see how my growth goes. See how my growth goes. And so I'll post a video similar to this to see where I will be in the next 30 days at the end of February. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.